Susie, we're down here at the 220 Triathlon show. It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
We're on the Orca stand. They've showcasing their new range, which launched quite recently. I just want to have a quick catch up with you and obviously talk about last year. You did your first Ironman last year and you were very successful.
Yeah, no, I was really pleased with the race. I really didn't know what to expect, and it was sort of a bit of a bonus race. I did it at the end of the year after 70.3 Worlds. I quickly switched to a little bit longer training, but it certainly wasn't a focus for the year. So absolutely, it was a bonus, and really happy to have done what I consider quite well in my first one.
Yeah. So obviously, then leading straight into 2015, you went out and raced Ironman South Africa 70.3.
Yeah.
And had a great race.
Yeah, no, I was pleased with the race. I think it's always a funny one. I do tend to do it. My husband's South African, so it almost feels a little bit of a home race. And it's a funny one because it's such an odd time in the season that you're not really race fit, but it's always got Jodie always races it, so it's always good to see where I am against some really good competition.
So, I mean, we're very lucky to have you down at the show, but obviously you were looking to be out in Bahrain, doing Challenge Bahrain.
Yeah, so I was going to do Bahrain. Obviously, it would have been great race to see where I am within a really stacked field. But being quite new to Ironman, I wanted to rather focus on Ironman South Africa, which I've got in 4 weeks.
So that's quite a high points race, Ironman South Africa, and obviously you say you've done very well in South Africa, so it's a place you call home. Yeah. You are looking for Kona?
Absolutely. So the reason for focusing on Ironman South Africa is my focus this year is to qualify for Kona, and to do that I need to build up my points. South Africa being a high points race is obviously a focus, so that's why I'm all in for Ironman South Africa.
All in for Ironman South Africa. And did you manage to watch Challenge Bahrain was streamed live? I mean, did you manage to watch the race?
Yeah, absolutely. I was up early watching the streaming. Really good to see them putting on such a great event. And I hope to do Challenge Oman later on in the year.
Was there not part of you that wanted to be in that lineup racing?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it would have been amazing. And you always think, where would I have been and what could I have done? But having had the training week that I've had this week, I don't think I would have been very far out of the field.
So, I mean, just going back to your first Ironman, I mean, you came third in Ironman Barcelona.
Yeah.
But you actually just outside 9 hours?
Yeah, so I did 9:03, which was quite. It was great because it was. Someone told me it was the third fastest debut, which I was quite happy with. But at the same time, everyone wants to. It seems like it's the standard for female pro racing is to go sub 9, so a little bit frustrating, particularly as the swim was quite a slow one.
Obviously your first one, so there's lots more to go. So we just spoke briefly off camera. You're saying you're not working full time now. You're actually working part time.
Yeah, I went part time sort of mid last year, which has been amazing. At the time when I went part time, I thought I'll have so many hours in the day left to train, but I think my training now has just stepped up a notch, and it's been absorbed into the extra time that I now have to train. So hopefully that will reflect in my performances for this season.
Sure, and obviously, we wish you all the best for Ironman South Africa, but that's quite good if you can secure your Kona spot quite early.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't have any points from Kona last year, obviously. So for me to be able to get near to qualification earlier on in the season will just take the pressure off and allow me to do the races I want to do rather than have to do because of Kona points.
Yeah. And I mean, we're obviously on the Orca stand and they're showcasing their range at launch, and you've been actually swimming in the new wetsuits?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to try the new wetsuits at the end of last year. I actually swam Barcelona in one of the new wetsuits, and yeah, really great. I took my wetsuits to South Africa, and they're a little bit behind in their ranges, and they were amazed to see how flexible the arms were. So really good.
And will we see you getting in the pool down here at the show today?
Possibly later on.
Well, thank you for the time. We wish you all the best for Ironman South Africa, and we'll be watching your programme.
Thank you. Cheers.